Serenity Funeral Home. We are a family owned and operated funeral home where we offer complete personalized funeral services, leading our community in funeral and cremation services. Make an appointment for your pre need and at need arrangements by calling us at 702 647 0123. Once again, that number is 702 647 0123. Serenity Funeral Home, caring for your loved ones as if they're our own.
Chico Sticks, Pickles, Jolly Ranchers, Mary Jane's, Pop Rocks, Lemon Heads. Should I go on? Bitter Honey, Freeze Cups, Candy Cigarettes. Listen, how about you make your way down to the modern day Candy Lady and see all of this and more? Satisfy that sweet tooth Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. at Sight and Sound Candy and more. Follow us on IG at Sight and Sound Candy and on Facebook at Sight and Sound Candy. We are located at 1000 North Martin Luther King on the corner of Washington and MLK. Give us a call, 702-648-4444. Again, that number, 702-648-4444. Thank you.
Broadcasting live from downtown Las Vegas, you're tuned in to Gorilla Cross Radio.
Yo, you tuned in to Gorilla Cross Radio.
Welcome to Let the Ball Bounce. This your host, Trey Bailey.
It's your man, Goose Thomas. What's good, people?
Mr. Bill Blockham Logan in the building today,
Sorry,
man.
y'all.
Hey, make sure that you guys are staying covered up here in Las Vegas. It is
Wet.
nice and wet out in them streets today. Make sure you keep your ears open and your phones available for anybody who needs to borrow any money today. We love y'all. We appreciate you. We appreciate you chiming in to Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk Radio every Saturday, 2 p.m. Pacific Coast time. This is what we do. We give you guys the best of sports talk radio. Yeah, man. Big ups to everybody out there, doing big things, buying new cars and all type of stuff, man. This is what it is. You all right?
You all right over there? Wait, Billy, you good, buddy?
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
So yeah, man. Make sure you follow Let the Ball Bounce on Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk on YouTube. Mm-hmm. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me good?
I hear you.
You hear me? Okay. And then make sure you follow Let the Ball Bounce once again at Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk. Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk on YouTube. Go follow the Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk YouTube page right now. It's official.
We in.
We in there.
In like Flynn.
So now I need to get in there and start uploading all of our shows in there. And then I got to start chopping them up. And so you know. Chop, chop, chop a chop, chop a chop.
Zig is out, zig is out.
Look, man, we are still in NCAA bracket country. And if you claim that your bracket is still popping,
I'm
going to need you to cut it. I'm going to need you to cut it. Seriously, it makes no sense why you would get on
the internet streets.
Well, internet is the internet streets. Look, man, please follow Let the Ball Bounce on IG. Let the Ball Bounce on Twitter, and that's with one T. Let the Ball Bounce at gmail.com if you want to be a sponsor of this great sports talk radio show. Like, seriously, we have all of our sponsors, Sight and Sound Event Center and Serenity Funeral Home, the only Serenity Funeral Home in town, located off of Sahara and Maryland Parkway. And don't get it confused or twisted, guys. All right, there's only one. Right. Just ask for Bailey, and we'll make sure that your family's taken care of. Yeah, man. I'm loving the weather. I love the weather. I wore my Humboldt State sweatshirt, and it kind of reminds me of Humboldt. This is how it used to be every day. I said, this is how it's going to be every day? We used to have to practice in this joint.
Oh, yeah,
right?
man. That
Yeah.
Central and Northern Cali
man.
weather is something different. Man.
It was.
It
was.
really is
Big
different.
ups to all my brethrens up there when I was a freshman for participating in the Naked Mile Relay for initiation.
No, thank you.
Oh, I don't know, man. You know, when you looking at the the opposite gender over there, man, look a little different.
They had to participate too.
Hey.
I'm
I'm
asking because I ain't.
We're done.
You know,
We're done talking about it.
No Diddy. I'm just asking.
That wouldn't be no Diddy.
That's
And,
why.
and look,
I asked.
that's the new thing. I guess it's no, because people,
no homo.
Yeah, you
But
can't
no
say
Diddy.
that because that people
Yeah.
will cancel you for saying that.
Yeah.
But we can say no Diddy,
We can say no Diddy. No Diddy's appropriate.
no Diddy.
Hey. The D, the I, anybody Harlem shaking still?
Come on, bro.
Y'all Harlem shaking out there?
Nobody's Harlem shaking. Please follow
Loon?
Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk on your YouTube. Go to it right
man.
now.
Right now.
And
Follow.
if you're on Facebook, please share us. Share.
Yeah.
We love y'all, man. We got a lot of sports to talk about. NBA playoffs coming up real soon. Baseball just started.
Man, crazy.
All right, go Yankees, go Dodgers, go Braves.
Yes, indeed.
And football. We got a little bit of football to talk to you about. Maybe a little bit of boxing. We got some NHL. Just a variety of sports going on in the sports world. Big ups to Duke for beating the number one team, Houston, 54-50 in that game yesterday. I know Houston was I think it's 3.5, favorite in that game, and I actually was going to go put a bet in for the first time in, I don't know, 10 years maybe, and I'm glad I didn't. I would have lost my money. I was going to definitely put it on Houston to win that game. I just thought that their size and coaching experience was going to take them over the edge, but it didn't happen. Duke is back in the Sweet 16. I didn't see that coming. And North Carolina isn't. Old Benjamin Buttons over there had our guys struggling to make right plays going down the stretch. I remember a 3 being shot right when it shouldn't have been. I was like, why would you do? Like, I would have called timeout and I would have chewed him up. Sit down. But, sometimes it happens like that,
It does.
and these are young kids, and this is where good coaching comes into play. I don't know. How do you feel about Hubert Davis, though, honestly, as a coach? Just be honest.
He's been okay. Like I
Pedestrian.
very pedestrian, bro. And I think it's more of a testament to his players as far as them getting to the Sweet 16 than to him.
Ew.
Now,
Tragic.
I'll say this. I don't quite feel about him yet the way I felt about Roy toward the end. Not quite yet. I just felt the game was passing Roy by at that particular juncture. But you had RJ Davis, who struggled mightily shooting from the floor in that ball game. But yet and still, they were still in it.
Right.
They could have and should have won the ball game despite the way RJ Davis played. What happened was several key turnovers in a row down the stretch that I don't think really anybody's really like pointing to. There were several turnovers. Like it was like a 3 out of 4 possession where they turn the ball over versus getting a shot. And when you going down the stretch like that against it don't matter if you deem the ball club good or not. We're talking about the situation you are in. This is the Sweet 16. These teams are here because they belong here. They've won. They've proven the doubters wrong if there were any. So these teams are here for a reason. You can't make those kind of mistakes.
No, you can't.
And for Hubert not to back his guys up and slow them down, say, hey, no, we're good. Why are we rushing? Why are we this? Why are we that? Back up, relax. I can put that part on him. Now, the turnover situation, you gotta point to the guys that are on the floor in that particular situation. You can't turn the ball over like that. You can't. If you're not a three-point shooter, there's a reason why you're being left alone at the three-point line. There's a reason. Because you can't shoot. Don't shoot. Wait for your point guard to come. It's 20 seconds left on the shot clock. What are you doing, sir? Reset the offense. I think that's basic basketball. I don't think that comes from the coach. I think that comes from basic basketball. But I could be wrong about that.
I mean,
I could be all the way wrong about that. But just at face value, that's basic basketball.
I think we look at coaching in hindsight a lot of times. And I think, to me, this is just my opinion. You can coach, you can put in plays, you can tell players what to do in halftime and all that stuff. I say, but when you have your best players out there on the court and they go out there and make mistakes and stuff like that, man, that's on the players.
Yeah.
That's on the players.
Yeah.
And, his players are,
they're young.
They're young, and they've played that way all season long, where he's given them, he's let them play. Pretty much, he lets them play.
Yeah.
Hubert Davis, Doc Rivers, all these players, all these coaches that get a lot of flack. I put a lot of stuff when you have dumb players when you have dumb plays on the court, it's because of the players. It ain't because of the coach. I'm sure he's not telling these players to do these certain things.
Sure.
But when you give them the leeway to go out there and do it, and they go out there and put, and do these dumb things, a point guard should know how to look at the clock, manage the game, people in the right positions.
Absolutely. Now to that point, I'm gonna let you go, Dre.
No, yeah.
But to that point, they're all veteran guys out there.
Yeah, that's my point.
They're not some young pups. This ain't Kentucky.
That's my point.
You know what I'm saying?
Veteran guys.
These are veteran guys out there. You got a 25-year-old out there that's been around
so they've
the
been
block.
with Hubert Davis at least 3 to 4 years.
Well, Armando Bacot has. He's been there 5 years because he got the COVID year. He's been there 5 years. He couldn't hit the backside of the barn. So it's you got transfers that have come in. These are juniors and seniors.
Yeah.
So I'm not getting ready to give these guys the young excuse. Now, they're young in terms of the rest of their basketball life, but we're talking about college basketball. These 21, 22-year-old kids out here. I can't give them that excuse. I can't. Not in this situation. Now, again, RJ Davis just was not playing well the other night. He wasn't. But on the flip side, my man remained aggressive, and his aggressiveness actually kept them in the ballgame. So I can't put that onus on him because despite the way he was playing and probably thinking at the time, he still remained aggressive and kept them in that ballgame.
Yep.
So I can't even put that on him. I can't.
But on the flip side of that, when you look at him as a key cog in scoring points and he doesn't, that hurts too.
Naismith Player of the Year finalist, bro.
That hurts too,
and it hurts. You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
you're right. Not gonna even argue, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna argue with you.
He just picked the wrong night to have a bad night.
Yeah.
Offensively.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
I don't like the back of his neck.
You're talking about Hubie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hubie Davis.
Forrest Whitaker-esque.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair point.
Any beautiful back neck coaches out there?
Better than that one.
Woo!
Beautiful.
back neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog.
Oh God.
The back of his neck is beautiful.
Oh God.
That's why I love him as a coach.
Beautiful back neck. Wowza.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Beautiful back. His back of his neck is bad. That's why he.
Yeah, man.
But if he was winning, you'd still talk about the back of his neck.
Probably so, knowing Dre.
Probably man.
I had to answer that before you did.
Yeah.
Dog. I just figured.
Oh, yeah.
I just figured, bro.
I figured,
I
I
mean,
figured, bro.
I know my peoples. I know he would have probably still.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I get on anybody.
Anybody can get, like the one dude said, anybody can get it.
Anybody can get it.
It's fair game.
If you in good standings with me,
You can get it.
and what I tell my kids early was, you need to have at least 5 roasts for every person you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
Even your mama. She can get it too.
Can
5. Because usually when people are roasting, they got a good 2. They got a good 3. But ain't nobody got good 5.
Yeah.
Now, it has to go on the personal. The personal, the better.
I mean, if it's funny.
Like what your ball head gonna do,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
what your ad gonna do.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
I like that.
Got
Yeah.
you.
It's fair.
Yeah.
It's fair.
I
Y'all,
mean, it's fair.
on another note, y'all.
Get your ball here,
My beard, dog. Y'all see I shaved, man? I had to shave, dog.
Oh yeah, I noticed that. Yeah,
So-
you have
so
the
every
the
year,
minivan
man.
look.
Yeah, man. It's so every year, man.
Keep
we
your
gotta
kids
do
in.
the-
Go ahead,
We
though.
gotta see. That's that. See,
Well, I'm just saying, the minivan look, the little mustache. Keep them kids in the house, y'all. Boy.
every year we have to do a gas mask fit test,
Okay.
and I wouldn't be able to pass it with a full beard.
Full beard.
What?
Yeah, because the seal doesn't lock.
Yeah.
It doesn't lock.
Yeah, I
with
think
the-
that's
with
the
the hair.
setup.
Yeah, the
They
seal
need to
don't
fix
lock.
that.
I mean, it's really nothing to fix. I mean, if you have a semi-thick beard, it's not gonna lock.
It's not a tight seal.
It's not gonna
seal
tighten up.
tightly against naked skin.
And I have to do it.
Okay,
every
well,
single
that's
day.
the type of job I couldn't do.
It is.
I mean, back in the day, I got hired right before the casino opened at the Palazzo for concierge. And it's right before 40/40, because right when I was going through training for the concierge, the 40/40 called, and I ended up taking the 40/40 job instead. But one of the requirements for the concierge job was I had to be booty faced like Sidney Poitier. And I don't know if anybody understand about black men when it comes to facial hair growing on their actual face, and how the hair doesn't just come straight out. Sometimes it comes out and then it curls back in. And I didn't want my face looking like a Nestle Crunch bar, because sometimes, when we shave it completely, the hairs come back and they create what I would like to call a mapping effect, where you can go from North Dakota all the way down towards Utah, over to Denver. Like, it's just bad. It's all bad. And it huts.
Huts.
They call what? Ingrown hairs?
Ingrowns.
Come on, man. If you didn't know this, and I was just like, I can't do it. No beard or mustache? Come on, man. I'm starting to notice a lot of jobs, though, are starting to let people wear beards now. And and I
Dreads,
think,
too.
yeah, and locks. And I think that's a great
locks,
thing.
Locks as well. Yep.
I think that's a great thing. Let people
Be who they are.
be who they are, as long as it's neat, it's manicured, and it's the smell is right. Because I've been around people with locks that just don't take care of them at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
we hired our first turban wearing officer a couple of years ago, man, and it made a huge. It was like a huge deal.
oh yeah, because you guys have been racing for so long, you finally let somebody in.
That's that's a thing. It's a thing across America. But no, I thought it was super dope. That happened, and ever since then, man, it's been a trickle down effect, man. I love it.
So if there is my microphone.
Yeah, turn it on, bro.
Plug it in.
There you go.
If there's a situation where let's say you're on the strip and you got to put the gas mask on, there's an emergency, you got to go in there and shave real quick?
No. I'm just going.
Because it won't fit.
It's just going to be on me.
Oh.
That's on me, baby.
So you're not going to sit in the barber chair
No.
and have them
No,
shave it down?
I'm not going to do that.
So you just got to cover your mouth.
I'm just going to do the best I can.
Hold his breath.
I'm just going to
Hold
do
his
the
breath.
very best I can, bro. Yeah.
Hold his breath.
No. It is what it is.
We can talk about the NCAA real quick. The Fighting Alumni is in there.
Man. Shout out Illinois,
But you guys didn't even
man.
talk about opening day, though, of UFL.
No. What did you say about Illinois?
Illinois this is their first, I think, Sweet 16 in
Oh, wow. It's
I want to say 20-something
since
years.
Johnny Flynn, them. Yeah.
Flynn.
Ooh. Oh, wow. Oh, God.
Kenny Battle.
Ooh.
Kenny Battle.
Nick Anderson.
Nick
Nicky
Anderson.
Anderson.
Well, neither
Them
one.
boys was woo.
But they not walking through that door.
They're not.
right?
Neither is
not walking
Darren
through.
Williams. Darren Williams not walking through that door.
Darren Williams was hard.
Yeah, he was. Absolutely.
He wasn't even the point guard.
Yeah, he wasn't the point guard on that team. It was Flynn. Flynn was the PG on that squad. Darren Williams was the 2 guard. Yeah, bro. What, at 6'3", 6'4"?
Y'all hoop fans better recognize.
Come on, man.
Darren Williams was converted.
Yes, he was.
So
Kind of like Steve Nash. Steve Nash was a shooter coming out of
yeah,
college, man. He was made into a point guard.
yep.
Yeah, man.
But they're going up against number 1 UConn.
Tough.
UConn's just going to be a tough out, man.
Tough out, bro.
I got them going to the Final Four. Unless something drastic happens in this game, I'm taking UConn at least by 10, bro.
Yeah, I can't see it any other way either, man. UConn's just tough in every facet of the game. The guard play is exceptional. They can shoot it. They defend. It's going to be tough. It really is. Honestly, I'm this may be pushing ahead, but the only team I can see doing anything with them is Purdue, and that's because they actually have shooters now. Before, they didn't have those shooters. They actually got shooters now. So that's the only – I can't see anybody else, man.
So
that's
you're saying UConn's probably going to win it all?
At what I'm looking at right now, yes. I can't see anybody.
All
doing
I'll
anything
say
with
is
them.
1 game scenario.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. And that holds true. That's true.
And that's scary.
Very,
That is
very
scary.
much so. Very much so. No doubt. Will not dismiss that at all.
Stuff start going wrong.
Sure.
Will there be panic?
Sure.
The coach should, control his players, but when they get on the court and they see the clock and they looking at now I'm down 5, I'm down,
Yeah.
will that be something that'll hold the team back from winning it all?
Right. I think
It's
experience.
a one game scenario, man.
Experience too.
Let's
though.
name some good UConn players.
Oh, wow.
Jesus Shuttlesworth.
Yeah, man. How about
Ray
Rick,
Allen.
How about Rick
Ray.
Hamilton, man?
Rip.
Yeah.
How about Rick
Emeka Okafor. Say what you
Okafor,
want.
man. Oh, he was a
He was
dog.
a dog at UConn.
Donyell Marshall.
Ooh. Kimba
Oh, yeah.
Walker.
Tournament Kimba, man. Big East Tournament Kimba. Took him on a roll, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
How
Gosh,
about
man.
this sleeper? Rudy
Gay.
Gay.
Rudy Gay. Yes. No doubt about it, man.
Straight baller.
No doubt about it, man. What was the little guard they had?
Shabazz Napier.
Shabazz Napier, for sure. Now, I wasn't thinking about him, though.
What was Shabazz?
Why LeBron make Miami draft him and then bounce though?
Yeah, I mean, he lobbied for that one, didn't he? Go get him. Nah, dog. My man overseas right now.
Is he still playing? Is he still playing?
Yeah.
Hey,
Shabazz
one
Napier still
more you
hooping.
forgot for Illinois. Luther Head.
Luther Head.
That was my guy.
I had to
Luther
Google it.
Head was my guy.
There aren't many.
Luther Head,
There aren't many
bro.
No,
good.
Luther Head was my guy, bro.
And Brian Cook.
Yeah,
Brian Cook was there. Absolutely. Old Laker reserve
Yeah.
right there.
I got
Brian
an
Cook.
old school one for UConn.
For UConn? I'm listening. Old school. We talking just male?
No.
Because we can go to the female side and we'll
No,
be here
male,
all day.
Male.
Okay.
Old school. Cliff Robinson. Ugh.
Wow.
Dog coming out of UConn. And all that stuff he was doing for Portland, I said, boy, that looked like old UConn Cliff right there, man.
What's my man? He's still in the league right now, man. Big rebounder. Played for UConn. Oh, God. He was with Detroit for a long time. Led the league in rebounds like 3-4 years straight when he was with Detroit.
Oh, he
know what I'm
played for,
talking about, the
he
big.
played for the Bulls now.
Yeah. Oh, what's
Andre
my man?
Drummond.
Andre Drummond.
Yeah.
No kin to Phillip, but
Yeah. Andre
Jeremy
Drummond, man.
Lamb.
Jeremy Lamb. Yes.
So, yeah,
Khalid El Amin.
Oh, how did I forget that?
dog.
You can't forget him.
You
You
cannot
can't
forget him, bro.
Can't forget the bowling ball with limbs.
No,
In the league
bro.
though.
I'm done, bro.
It was all bad. Well, he was.
No.
He was 5'10", 275. We knew this.
Who's the best?
275.
What it is, bro.
Let me-
5'10", 275.
let me-
Yeah, whoa. Yes.
Let me give you this. This is a nice little quiz for all you hoop fans out there, since it is NCAA time. Best score in UConn history.
Maya Moore.
What?
I mean, it's a safe answer. Probably the best answer. Yeah. Ooh. Best scorer or all-time leading? Because it can. Because I mean, it's only one of those, but
I mean, points. Okay, we'll
in
go.
their time there.
I'll start from 4 and go up. Number 4, Shabazz Napier,
A dog, bro.
1,959 pizzoints.
A dog, bro. Would Ray Allen be in there?
That's a
Ray Allen's
cold
not in that?
game, bro.
Wow. That's interesting.
Number 3, Tony Hansen,
I wouldn't have guessed
1,990.
that.
He was a
brother.
great player.
I wouldn't have guessed that. Wouldn't have guessed it. Wouldn't have guessed it.
Tony Hansen.
Number 2,
All right.
He's the father of the
Richard
Hanson brothers.
Hamilton.
Hamilton,
Rip Hamilton, I can see that.
2,036.
I can see that.
And number 1, Chris Smith,
I forgot about Chris
2,145.
Smith. Chris Smith was a baller. Hilton Armstrong.
Yeah, remember Hilton Armstrong? He was just
He was
so
trash in the league.
He was
I'm not
so,
gonna
well,
say
he
I
wasn't
do.
that good at UConn.
He was good. I liked him at UConn.
He was all
I'll
right.
say I remember him.
He is all right. Just a little UConn, history for y'all,
dogs
man.
out there, man.
But yeah, Luther Head for
Oh,
Illinois.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dog. He was a dog. Next game we got is Clemson. Clemson playing against Alabama.
So it's going to be a tough matchup, man. I think it's going to be low scoring. Both really, really, get after it squads. No real, big time scores, but they make big time plays, if that makes any sense. I like Clemson in this, though, to knock off Bama. Bama going through some injuries right now. I want to say one of their front court guys, either their 3 or their 4, has an ankle issue right now that he's trying to fight through.
Yeah.
So we'll see, but I like Clemson
You like
in
Clemson?
this game. Yeah,
I'm going to go with
do.
Alabama.
yeah,
Go with Alabama. In a close game, though.
yeah.
I think it's going to be really close. I've been liking the game so far. They've been really going down to the wire.
Sure.
Seriously. And it's really all about what coach can get their players to execute the game plan down the line and during the stretch. You guys, what about you? Going Clemson too?
I'm gonna go Alabama.
Alabama. Can we name any good Clemson basketball players that came out?
Ooh-wee.
Eldon Campbell.
Eldon Campbell's one. Clemson.
Laker. He's one of the greatest Laker centers of all time.
Yeah, smaller hands than Kwame
really
Brown, though.
Long necked.
He was really good.
He got a longer neck than Ike Turner.
He won
though.
a chip
Ike Taylor. Yeah, he did get a chip.
against the Lakers.
Oh, stiff body head ass. Yeah, he was stiff.
Didn't move his head, never moved.
Dale Davis.
Davis. Okay. We got to think
Wayne
back.
Rollins.
Got to think way back for
Tree
Clemson.
Rollins.
Tree Rollins.
Tree Rollins.
Larry Nance.
Larry Nance, probably the best one.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
How about
think
Bill's
of no
favorite, Chris Whitney?
Can't think of
Used
no
to play
other
for the
Clemson guy.
Wizards. Tree Rollins.
Tree Rollins, man.
Horace Grant.
Yeah.
Grant.
Horace Grant.
Then Harvey played when Harvey at Clemson as well. Did Harvey went to NC State.
Yeah,
Harvey went to NC State.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it was some good, but KJ McDaniels.
Yeah, he's the latest one, I think.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Clemson has some
Clemson has
ballers.
some hoopers.
Yeah.
Clemson has some
Couple
hoopers.
Hall of Famers. Horace Grant, Hall of Famer. Because he showed going on a Hall of Fame tour to try to trash Michael Jordan.
No, he's not a
Want
Hall
to tell his side of the story.
He's not a Hall of Famer. Really good player though. He was multiple time All NBA defense. Multiple times. But he's not a Hall of Famer though. Really good player. Really good player.
I just have to say this.
Say it, Billy.
Can we please stop with the LeBron
It's not gonna stop. Billy.
MJ
Billy. It's not gonna stop. Billy.
debate?
It's not gonna stop, Billy.
You just brought it back up.
That turns into trying to diss each player
It's not
in
gonna
their
stop,
career. Why?
Billy.
They're not going to stop
It's
that,
not
bro.
gonna stop.
Why?
Ever.
Come on,
It's not
man.
gonna stop, Billy.
Please.
Billy, listen to me.
And yeah, I brought it up.
Listen
Sure
to me.
did.
Listen
Because
to
it
me.
needs to
did.
stop.
Listen to
Sure
me.
did.
In my low voice, Billy. Billy, in my low voice, listen to me.
Why though,
It ain't
man?
gonna stop, big dog.
Why?
It's the world we in, brother.
Why?
Because it's the world we in.
What are we
brother.
trying to prove?
I have no idea.
Are we trying to change opinions?
I mean,
Are
who
we
do you
trying to-
think's better, Jordan or LeBron?
Jordan.
Oh, of course.
Jordan.
He's the GOAT.
Jordan.
Yeah, MJ's.
And this coming
Come
from
on,
a
look how
Laker
he,
fan.
Look how he
Michael
impacted the
Jeffrey.
game even till today. Come on now.
Jeffrey.
We got kids. We got
culture.
kids still wearing James.
that's
Didn't
no-
watch a single
Ain't watched
game.
one
That
dribble.
is no knock on LeBron's career.
But you don't like LeBron being on the Lakers. He's not a real Laker, do you,
when
right?
did I ever say that?
We know some guys that don't. We really
I mean,
do.
there-
we know
there's-
some
seen-
there's-
I've
there's a-
seen-
there's an
I've seen
underlying.
hints.
we know some,
I've
we know
seen
some
hints.
people that don't.
I wasn't.
You've seen
How
it.
about
I
seen
wasn't a
little hints.
LeBron fan. I wasn't a LeBron fan, but he's on my team, and I cheer for him. Sure.
Yeah, I've never been a self-proclaimed LeBron
No.
fan.
Were you
but
mad at him
he
when
played
he
for the
sat out
Lakers. I cheer for him
against
every
Milwaukee?
night.
I just wonder why.
No, were you mad? It was just a yes or no question.
There's only one
Just
player
why-
that I'm a
just wonder
fan
why.
of. Y'all all know who it is.
He had an ankle injury.
I just wonder
Shaquille
why.
Rashawn,
He's
man.
38 with
And
ankle injury.
38.
38 with an ankle injury, and then he plays the next game. Okay.
Yeah, well, they ain't
Yeah, he's
playing
not going to play back
back
to back. AD didn't play back to back. I was really pissed that AD didn't play against Minnesota or Memphis.
Well, he deserved the night off because he played good.
I was
Just like
hopping heated.
maybe LeBron should have took the next night off after he scored 40, but nobody's talking about
Well. I'm like this. In meaningful big games, you're supposed to play.
They
Then you
won.
take the next one off against,
They're all big games right now. They got
every
8 games
game.
Okay,
left
Game's
well, why he's
big
not
now.
playing in all of them then?
because he's hurt.
It's big.
He doesn't play back. He hadn't played back to backs all year.
Okay.
that. Did he play back-to-backs last year? I don't
A little
think
bit.
he played back-to-backs
I'm not even
last
sure
year.
if
But I'm not
Yeah,
sure if
sure.
he's played one back to back this year.
I'm
No,
not
I
sure
don't
if he
think
has.
he's played back-to-back. Yeah, we can't be expecting.
Definitely have to look at that, but I'm not sure if he has.
But when a guy is legitimately hurt, he's getting called soft. All of these names, legitimate hurt. So I don't understand. We're saying, okay, this dude's hurt. He has to sit out. He's old. Okay. But when the dude's legitimately hurt, we sit here and call him soft and this and that, but you see when he's
But
he's
he's
healthy,
had a tender ankle all year, and he's 38. He's 20th season.
Okay,
He can't sit out a Tuesday game.
sure he can. Sure
In the
he
regular
can.
season?
Sure he can.
When
I
the
just
playoffs are
question
coming
it.
up, he has to play
I
every
just
playoff
question
game.
it. I
He's
just
not getting his
question it.
playoffs.
Personally, bro, I think that's
Were you mad that AD sat out there?
that's an
No,
uplift
he
for
deserved
the
it.
young guys,
he deserved
and
it.
I think those young guys
Wait,
got better.
what?
Those young guys got better in that Bucks
If we're
game.
going
If you
to
ask
say
me.
LeBron
did.
deserves it,
But you just
It's
said
not the first time it's happened.
You didn't say LeBron.
They get
deserved
better.
it.
Yeah.
You
The
just gave
confidence
reasons
goes
why
up.
LeBron
Well-
shouldn't have, and then you said AD deserved
well,
it.
he comes back, and he comes back from a off day. He comes back from the All-Star, and then he sits out. Then he plays the next game. I just wonder why. That's all.
I mean, he's not playing back-to-backs.
He barely played All-Star game because he was hurt.
Yeah, pretty much. And in that Memphis game, I want to say he only played, the first half, maybe 2 minutes in the third, and they sat him down. The young guys needed to play. I think the young guys need to play. I think they need to be able to get them to gel and get a rhythm going into the playoffs. I think every team is starting to play their guys that they're going to, go with in the playoffs and things like that. So, I mean, it is what it is. Can you, to finish out this NCAA, and then we can go right back to the NBA, you guys name any good Alabama players?
Robert Horry, Latrell Sprewell.
Yeah, people forget about Latrell,
People forget about Latrell.
the choke
man.
artist.
The choke artist. Yeah, man. What's my man that's in the league now?
Sexton.
Sexton.
You got him, but it's another dude too.
Oh, Brandon
Left-hand
Miller.
kid.
Brandon Miller.
That one, but I'm talking about the cat that's been in the league for a little bit too. What's my man? Left hand kid, bro. Skinny pole dude, man. He played in
What team he play for?
I want to say New Orleans. Or he was with New Orleans and with somebody else now. He did play for New Orleans though. God, what's my man name, bro? I just saw the game where he played basically with a broken wrist at Alabama and grabbed like 18 rebounds in the game.
How about Antonio McDyess?
Antonio McDyess, man.
Gerald Wallace.
Dog.
Mo Williams.
Williams, dog. That's a bro.
That's a nice little squad, man.
Yo.
Jermichael Green.
I put
James Robinson.
the
We've
best
had him on the
Alabama
show.
5 up against the best Georgia Tech 5 that people been showing.
Yeah, I do that.
I
too.
do that.
Yeah,
If
because I'm going
you-
to have Matt Harpering coming off the bench for Georgia Tech. He was a dog in college, too.
Yes,
A lot
yeah.
of people forget about him. But we
Jordan
had
McDyess, man.
James Robinson on the show. I'm going to have to reach out to James Robinson, man. Hollywood Robinson,
Robinson,
I'm
man.
going to have to have him back on the show, man.
Wow, that was what?
Couple
7 years ago.
Yeah, bro.
We had him on the show.
Yeah, man. There was
Yeah,
was
man.
a couple dogs in
Hollywood,
Alabama.
man. Yeah, man. Some real dogs, bro.
So,
Absolutely.
but going right into the NBA again, the Lakers and Golden State. The other night, Draymond Green gets kicked out of the game, and we'll just touch on it for a second. I mean, do you agree with Steph Curry crying? Was it a frustration cry?
I mean, he
Was it a cry for help? Was it a cry?
might have been all of the above. The
You crying,
crying
Bill?
thing, I'm not necessarily with the crying thing because I don't know why.
I mean, and then you get a lot of people on the page say, oh, we getting on somebody for showing this sensitive side. But you crying, Bill?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't.
So
For
when,
what?
So when somebody was at the lights and they wasn't doing what they were supposed to do on your team, did you cry?
No.
Why not?
Well, first of all, it's the lights. let's start there.
For what?
It's the
Well,
lights.
it was pretty competitive. But
very much so.
I mean,
But
if
it's-
Cats can go to the car and
the
pull
lights.
out that young tool, which
which I
never happened.
Never understood that.
allegedly,
Allegedly,
it was a lot of fights, couple fights up there.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
you
it get
undercut
competitive,
somebody
man.
and
Oh,
they
no,
come down
you can't
wrong.
do that.
Well, it happens
Yeah, it
sometimes.
happened. It
You
happened.
playing with people who don't really know how to hoop.
Yeah, no,
But I've played on teams where I've been highly frustrated
sure.
with teammates and some of the bad decisions, and because I'm a person, when I'm playing ball, turnovers used to just bad turnovers used to just really irritate me. I don't think I've ever cried though. And I'm not trying to harp on the crying thing. I'm just trying to figure out, you knew who Draymond Green was though. This isn't new.
At all.
Do the Golden State Warriors move on from him next year?
The question I want to know is, after the game, did they ask Steph why was he a little emotional?
I'm pretty sure they did. If you're a journalist, that would be a good question.
And I'd
Hey,
like
Steph.
to know what he really said.
So he has to have a context behind the crying?
Sure, because he was emotional. Obviously, everybody's seen it.
Yeah.
That's a question I asked if you're a journalist.
Yeah, well, I mean, is there any answer that would give him a good reason to cry?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's opinionated. You know, you could say,
That's debatable.
yeah, that's debatable and opinionated. You know, if you don't like the way, like whatever reason he come up with, you know, you can say, oh man, but you know, but
All I say is we need him. He knows that. We all know that. So whatever it takes to keep him on the floor, he'll be available. That's what's got to happen, especially at this point in the year. So it's a tough way to start the game, but I am extremely proud of every single person that.
No, he didn't really address the crying
put on
part.
the
I seen
floor
this
tonight
interview.
and
He didn't
responded
really
the way
address
they
it.
did, 'cause-
But I did see Steph standing next to Draymond while he was yelling at the ref, just standing there. I mean, he put his arm out, but he didn't face Draymond and, you know, kind of get in his face and push him away. Just standing there.
so the question I have for him with that, you've played with this dude for over 10 years, right? How many suspensions has he had?
A million.
How many texts has he had? And for you to say we need him, he should know that by now.
You think?
You should know that by now.
But he a grown man, though,
So
Bill.
I know it, but at the end of the day, if it's that important, why does the organization, why do you guys on the teammate as teammates keep allowing his dude to do those types of things?
This is my thing, right?
How long I've been saying this for years about Draymond?
No doubt.
I'm tired of
No
it,
doubt.
man.
So there was this guy, don't know if you guys ever heard of him, by the name of Dennis Rodman, right? Fiery guy. Pretty much from his rookie year in the league. I mean, in overtime it got progressively worse, but we knew who he was as a Detroit Piston, right? So he eventually gets to the Chicago Bulls and he decides, you know what? In the middle of a playoff run, I just want to take a vacation. You know, I want to go to Vegas. Let's go to Vegas.
Did Pip and them cry, though? I'm just trying to figure it out.
I'm about to get to that part. So he gets back and doesn't quite come to practice right away. Mind you, he lives across the street from the practice facility where they are. Michael Jordan takes it upon himself as the leader of the basketball team to basically pull him from under Carmen Electra because he wasn't coming to practice. He was up under Carmen Electra. Hey, Dennis, Worm, we need you.
Wormy?
Worm Loke, we need you.
Worm Daddy.
We need you. If Michael Jeffrey Jordan can realize the importance of somebody like that, Steph's a pretty smart guy. I think he can too. Personal opinion, though. It's just my opinion.
How long grown adults have to babysit other grown adults?
It ain't even about
You
babysitting.
shouldn't at that level. You shouldn't at
You
that
shouldn't
level.
at any
you're
level
making
when you
millions-
grown.
You
When
shouldn't.
you're making millions and you're called a professional.
You shouldn't.
You shouldn't.
You shouldn't. But Michael Jordan didn't think that way. He just knew he needed and they needed Dennis Rodman, right?
Yeah.
He went grab that boy, man.
Well, let me tell you this. They said that
I agree with you, though, Bill.
They said
I agree
Dennis.
with you.
They said Dennis Rodman was worse, and he may have been worse outside of basketball. But I've never seen Dennis Rodman, and I'm a Dennis Rodman fan. Watched him my
Love
whole
Dennis Rodman.
life. I've never seen him continue to berate the refs and get kicked out of games like that.
No.
He would get under other players' skin. That's why they called him the worm. He would get under players' skin, doing little stuff. Let me touch you on your tush, or something.
I mean, he kicked the cameraman.
I mean, he fell into him, bro, and he, that lawsuit. But
Is that him getting in the ref face?
He
hit him headbutting the ref.
But that's the only time he ever did anything like that, bro. No, seriously.
But he headbutted the ref. Who else is headbutting the ref in the NBA?
Bruh, Draymond Green is constantly.
That's tough, man.
You're
Constantly.
a Dennis Rodman apologist.
I'm actually not, bro. I just know that he used to get under other players' skin, and that used to piss other players off. And he sometimes he sit there and be laughing. It just, it was really funny to see.
But when it came down to when games was important,
he was there. He was there, no doubt.
Come on, bro.
Non-debatable.
That's the point. You shouldn't have to worry about Draymond Green in the playoffs being able to stay on the court in a win or die situation for your team to actually be in a play-in. Stop giving this grown man excuses and stop saying and stop crying, number 2. And number 3, be a better leader. You the leader of that team, Steph. You need to get in this dude's ass. Straight up.
No Diddy.
I'm off my no Diddy. I'm off my soapbox now.
Real quick before I piggyback off you, Caitlin Clark had 29 and 15 assists today.
Good for that little man. Good for her.
Just for people that's wondering why she getting all this love, man. I mean, the eyes are drawn to her, bro.
Yeah.
That's one of them dudes from Goonies.
She shoots all of the shots, but she had 15 dimes.
But listen, I don't know,
man.
I think Juju need to take a.
Juju up next.
No, listen. I think she need to take a page out of Caitlin and pass the ball.
Pass the rock there. I love Juju, man.
But she,
I really do.
Bruh, I'm like, pass the ball, Kobe.
That's the raw part that I was talking about when I described her a couple of weeks ago.
Once she learns how to facilitate also,
oh my gosh,
it will make some of her shots a lot easier.
Deadly. She's going to be so deadly, bro. She's going to be so deadly once she learns that part.
I mean, look at this. Look, this is my thing about Caitlin Clark.
That boy's good.
All right? And I'm going to be honest. I watch Caitlin Clark. She do a lot of trash talking.
Oh, yeah.
She do a lot of trash talking to her opponents.
She's fiery.
She do a lot of demonstrative things to the audience and all of that when they winning.
Oh yeah.
But when girls of color do the same, they a little aggressive. They need to tone it down and all of that type of stuff. Why is it okay for her?
I don't believe in that.
But not okay for somebody else? And when Reese did that to her last year when they won and was doing all this, that's unsportsmanlike. Caitlin Clark does that all the time, man.
And Caitlin
Why
Clark,
is it okay for her though?
Caitlin didn't take it personal. She took
I can't wait for her.
Caitlin didn't take it personal.
She took
it.
Her peeps.
Yeah, she took
But what
it.
I'm saying is not naming no names, but the whites, they have an issue when we do things, but it's come on, bruh. I'm serious.
That's just, I mean.
And she be all in her feelings too when they losing and other teams talking trash. She's just looking like a sick puppy.
Well, yeah, when Angel Reese was at the free throw line and did the
come on, bro.
That.
Well, all I'll say is this
that.
here. There's
She
always
had no
been
choice.
There's always been hypocrisy when it comes to black and white.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this because I said it on the Unnamed Sports Show earlier this week. Caitlin Clark, to me, is the Tim Tebow of college basketball. I don't think her game right now is gonna translate to the WNBA. I still think Sabrina is a better scorer than she is. I think there's other scorers that's better than her. I think that when she gets into the WNBA, her college career is going to be like her highlight of
Really?
her basketball.
I don't think so.
I think
She's a bucket.
this is my opinion, though.
Yeah, no doubt.
I think she is like a Tim Tebow. That's all.
I think she's going to continue what she's done at Iowa.
She's a bucket.
in the WNBA.
It might take adjustment as it would for anybody else, but She's a bucket, bro.
Yeah, but I don't think she's going to have the success that she had in college the same way when she gets to the WNBA.
Why? Because they'll be gunning for her, or
I don't know.
Because
I could be wrong.
So she gets drafted by.
Because she's going number one.
Indiana. She's going to Indiana.
Yeah, she's going to Indiana.
Oh, well, you know she's going to
Yeah, her,
Okay.
her,
Her and Aaliyah Boston.
So who's the best player on the Indiana team? Aaliyah Boston.
Aaliyah Boston right now.
Okay,
Best player
well,
on the team.
When she comes, she's
She'll
gonna
be the
the
best.
player.
Okay, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, we'll see.
Which they play two totally different roles. So
Yeah.
I think they could both be the best
Yeah, no
player
doubt.
on the team.
No
Yeah.
doubt.
I'm saying her success and everything that she accomplished in college, as far as leading in points and all of that, she's going to be successful in the WNBA, but it's not going to be like the college right now. That's just me. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll watch 3 or 4 more games of the WNBA next year than I did last year. So, and hopefully they can survive without the NBA, because that's a thing too. That they're trying to get funding and do things outside of the NBA. So hopefully that can sustain. Ice Cube offered her, $4 or $5 million to come and play in the Big Three. I think that was just a publicity stunt. She's not going over there.
Well, we know where the money
but
is, though.
I mean, but at the same time, she may not make a lot of money from the actual WNBA, but sponsors and things like that, she'll eclipse that $5 million.
no doubt.
She should help grow her own game.
Yeah.
No need to try to grow the Big Three.
No. And nobody's gonna watch that because she'll get dog walked.
Be one
Straight
of the catalysts to grow the WNBA game.
Yep.
And she's gonna come in the league like that.
I think it's gonna be a demand now.
Yeah.
Seeing what Ice Cube just did, that just drove up the price. In my opinion, yesterday's price is not today's price. I think eventually the WNBA is gonna have to do something, or they're gonna lose out.
So you think that maybe Ice Cube is helping the WNBA
Sure he
by
is.
offering these girls
Sure.
money, so it forces the WNBA to up their salary to keep them in the WNBA? I mean,
Absolutely.
that's a little far-fetched.
I wouldn't say
I
that. I
wouldn't.
wouldn't say that per se. I'm saying once you see these girls on commercials, what you seeing them more a lot on commercials.
Yeah. They're getting
marketing,
money.
I've seen Juju.
That's
Yeah.
that's what could drive their price. That's what could drive their wages up.
Yeah, the
You know,
the New Balance commercial
people will
with,
start
with-
watching.
with the girl from Stanford.
Yeah.
She's in that one. Juju
Yeah.
is in the
Yeah.
I want to say it's in an insurance commercial.
Something like that.
with somebody, but we just saw this, and we talking about people that were already professionals. But let's look at the PGA versus Liv. When Liv came in and said, "Hey man, Harold Varner, we'll give you $10 million just to come over here. You ain't made that much in your whole career." The price got driven up, and then all of a sudden, the PGA found $300 million that was stuck underneath the couch, and they start paying these dudes more. I mean, that's just one example.
But we know the PGA has that money.
Yeah, well, they act like they didn't.
Yeah, but they can
You know what
act
I'm saying?
all they want to.
Yeah.
All those years with Tiger, they made a
Yeah,
lot
they made
of
tons
money.
of bread, tons
So
of bread,
stop it.
especially with the NBC and
Yes.
CBS
But
contracts.
what
Yeah.
I'm saying is, like, now you're seeing a lot of WNBA players in commercials.
Mm-hmm.
All over TV, every commercial spot, there's a WNBA girl, 2, 3 with the NBA guys.
Sure.
So I'm thinking they're doing that more to try to help
Absolutely.
bring revenue to the
Mm-hmm.
game and have more people watching because they see this girl on TV on these commercials.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch that. I'm
Well,
gonna watch her.
that political prisoner over in Phoenix, she signed a contract extension with the Phoenix
Yeah. Good for her.
Mercury.
And I mean, you got the young lady from South Carolina that just signed a brand deal with Steph
Yeah.
and his brand. Juju has an NIL deal with Nike.
Yeah.
Already. Like
Yeah.
the price is going to get driven up because it has to.
Yeah,
It has to if you want to keep them.
it will.
Do we see anybody
will.
beating South Carolina?
Not at this stage. No. They're good.
Nobody's.
Had a little tough one. What today?
It was today?
Was it
Yesterday?
yesterday? Yeah.
Yesterday or today?
They had a little tough one
Yeah,
the
it was
other
a
day,
tough
but you know that's how good teams have to win.
Yeah.
You know.
And they're winning by what, 4, 5?
Yeah.
A W is a W.
A dub is a dub, especially at this.
What did the paper
stage.
say? Because I've had to say that. Maybe I should get a T-shirt.
A dub is a dub.
Maybe
That's
I
what
should
you
get a
gonna say?
T-shirt that say that. What did the paper say?
What did the paper say?
I was approached, not gonna say no names, in high school. Right before races, track season. One of my teammates was talking to Tony Jones' dad out in the stands, and he's basically saying how he was the fastest, 400 runner. And I overheard the conversation, and I said, "Well, what did the paper say?"
I didn't really look at Tony as a 400 guy.
Nah, it was one of my teammates over at Chi-Town that was telling Tony Jones' dad that he was the fastest 400 runner.
That person was telling
On your team.
Oh, never
And I
mind.
said, "Well, what did the paper say? What does the paper say every week?" Bless him.
Bless him. Bless him.
Sometimes, man, you have to look at that box score to get the real facts. I don't care what nobody told you about how the game went. What that box score say?
Bless him.
There's a W column and there's an L column. Those are real things.
Yeah.
Period.
How did he? Why did he
Bro.
say he
Bro.
was?
Well, sometimes you
Did he beat you in practice or something like that?
Never that.
Oh, okay, well, how can you? Okay, I'm done.
But when you're talking to other people, hey, I'm this and I'm that on
We've
the
had that
team.
before. We've had that before, right?
What people on the show?
Yeah.
I mean, people bragging about things
Took
that
up
didn't
a
happen.
whole 50 minutes on the show.
Yeah. We ain't gonna say no names, but look, we appreciate everybody. Big ups to Will Reed out there. Big ups to all of our followers. Ricky Kerrigan. All those real athletes who have previously been on this show and graced us with their presence and stories. Your guy Dre Bailey,
Man, Goose Thomas.
and Bill Blackham Logan. This is what we do. We give you guys the best of sports talk radio. Who is coming? You guys see the Lakers. They lost a game in Indiana.
Yeah, blown out. They didn't just lose; they got blew out.
Did AD play too?
Yeah, AD was on the floor.
No, I didn't watch the game.
Yeah,
AD was on the floor.
25 and 15.
Yeah, AD was on the floor.
So they're worse when everybody plays.
Well, they're just worse when LeBron
It was
plays.
just that game. I mean, Indiana was.
That's the narrative.
Weird
Indiana
team,
was on
man.
fire,
Weird team.
bro.
Man.
That
Indiana
look,
was on
I've
fire,
been
bro.
seeing Quan and Goose. Tell me
Indiana
y'all
was on
haven't seen
fire.
that narrative. Please tell me
Oh,
you've
yeah, I've
seen the
definitely seen
narrative
it.
that they say that LeBron James, when he plays, the Lakers
I find
are
it-
a worse team
I find it
when
dumb,
he plays.
but it's there. I find it quite
A
idiotic.
lot of the people you don't see, Bill, because I know for a fact you blocked them. But it's a narrative that
be ashamed?
No.
Absolutely.
It's a reason why certain people are blocked, so you don't see the
nothing
foolishness.
You gotta post.
Oh, God, bro, that's terrible.
I mean, what do you think,
Can
Quan?
you pull up your block list? I just want to see how many people you got.
Quan, do you believe that as a Laker fan?
No. You need LeBron and AD. So do
Need
they
them
play
both.
different? I like watching them play without LeBron. I think it's cool, seeing them play in a different way. But do I want to see that all year? No.
Look, they had LeBron on the floor last year during the playoffs with AD, with that cast of characters, and they made it to the Western Conference Finals. So how can you say that?
And if AD would have stepped up, they might have made it to the finals.
Crazy, bro.
AD, I thought AD did pretty good.
No, he didn't do good in the Western Conference Finals. Especially that game 4 where LeBron was trying to will them in there and had like 40 points in the first half, and then the AD should have took over in the second half and didn't do anything. He was getting lit up by Jokic.
This year
Yeah,
AD,
Jokic, he
this
gives
year
LeBron a
AD
different matchup.
has been healthy, and I haven't been seeing a lot of these
He's played well.
pundits on
Street clothes.
street clothes and unavailable and all that.
Well.
Those people are now saying, we're better off without LeBron on the court. I'm just trying to figure out how you flippy floppy like that, man. That fake love for AD, man. Because trust me, soon as AD have a bad game, they coming out. They're coming out, man.
This is my thing, and I just spoke on this. When either LeBron or AD, or hell, even both, aren't on the floor, that's a chance for the others to get better. And we could take the Milwaukee matchup in Milwaukee the other night, where LeBron was not on the floor. AD stepped up, did what he was supposed to do, 30 and 20? Was it 36 and 23, I think he had in that game. But the other guys stepped up. My man Austin Reeves, white boy Rick, had a triple-double in that same game. You got your boy D'Angelo Russell, stepped up. That's what's supposed to happen when your main guy or your second guy isn't there. Other people are supposed to step up, and you're supposed to get better from that.
Who's the leading scorer of the team
right now?
LeBron.
LeBron averaged what, 26?
Who leads in assists
right now? LeBron. LeBron's the leading assist
Why
guy.
wouldn't you want one of your best players?
That's why I'll never understand that narrative, and that's why I don't.
And let me tell you who
it.
plays really good basketball when LeBron James is in, because those two click. Rui
Hachimura, yes.
Boy, let me tell you,
he stepped up majorly.
When LeBron plays, Rui has big games.
Yep.
I don't know if he kind of loses his way when AD is down there, because AD commands the paint and things like that, and Rui, steps out on the perimeter. But I think Rui is going to be an X factor.
It's gonna be huge.
Going into the playoffs. You guys are getting Jared Vanderbilt back, and your point guard from Miami.
He can stay on the bench, bro. Gabe can stay right where he is.
And Dinwiddie is starting to play a lot better for.
Gabe can stay right where he at, bro. Gabe Vincent can stay right where he is, as far as I'm concerned.
But to your point, Goose, about the others,
Mm-hmm.
I think when LeBron and AD's in the game playing with the others, the only ones that really have confidence in getting their own shot and doing stuff like that is D'Lo and Rui.
Well, the other Austin Reeves too.
Austin Reeves,
Reeves too.
Austin Reeves in that category too. But the others, like Torian Prince and
yeah. Well, he's a spot up guy. He's not gonna be the one to take nobody off the jet. That's not his game.
No, but still, when those two when those two are not on the court, or one's not on the court, somebody else has to, compensate for that.
Absolutely.
And in a major way, in a major way.
Yeah.
Especially going down the stretch.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
I think Lakers bench needs to, keep playing, doing good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking at this West, and it's gonna be hard, man. Denver still has that.
Denver's the team, bro.
Denver's the team.
They're good,
man.
bro.
Minnesota is there. I mean, it's gonna be a little iffy with Cat being in and out. I mean, is he mature enough to help them in the playoff? Is Rudy Gobert mature enough to kind of push them through the playoffs a little bit? I mean, so far it's showing good with all of the picks and stuff they gave away, because Minnesota is now a threat. I think Conley signing that extension is going to help them in the playoffs. I think that's why they did that. I think they're going to be a pretty good playoff team, but I don't know how far they're going to go. But the West is, to me, it's just a dicey situation. You got a lot of teams that are built for the playoffs, and I think it's going to be unpredictable.
Yeah, but not like, I would say, not like the NCAA tournament.
Yeah,
because you do have 7-game series to play. And when it gets to that point, when the play in and all that is done,
right?
But the best team really shows in the NBA who was the better team,
right?
Because 7-game series proves it.
Absolutely. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Very interesting,
on the East, big ups to the Knicks. Jalen Brunson scored 51 the other day, but I think they lost in that game. Was it to the Spurs?
Yeah.
I just don't see. I don't know about Philly. I like Philly's others. I like the fact that they've been playing really well without Joel Embiid. I don't know how his conditioning and how his injury is going to affect them in the playoffs. And plus, he hasn't even came back yet, so I don't know how much time he's going to need in order to get back acclimated. He was playing at a MVP level,
very high level,
until when he got hurt. So that team was a little sketchy to me. I think Milwaukee. I just don't know. I don't know how that camaraderie is with Dame Dollar and the Greek Freak. I mean, I think that team is built for the playoffs, but at the same time, I mean, do they have enough? I think it's the X factor is going to be Middleton. Will Middleton be able to step into the form that we're used to seeing him playing? That's going to be a little iffy. Right now, Boston has the best record in the league right now, but they did get spit-anked the other day. And I think the Pacers are a playoff team
still there
that will surprise anybody. I mean, if the Pacers had to play, let's just say the Knicks in the first round, I'm going Pacers.
Yeah.
And that's with the Knicks having a healthy Julius Randle.
Yeah. People forget OG Anunoby over there too, man.
Yeah.
I think he plays a pivotal role defensively for them.
True. I like Cleveland. I like Cleveland being able to.
Still a little young, still a little green.
But I don't see them making it past the first, let alone the second round.
Maybe they get to the second round, depending on the match.
I just really see it. I still got Boston.
Yeah. Boston's
coming out of the East.
Boston's clear cut right now, in my opinion.
And it may be a repeat. You never know. Boston and Denver. And it gives Boston a second chance for Tatum to actually show up. And actually, I think that's what I'm waiting on.
Yeah. It was Denver and Miami last year.
No, Denver and Miami. But I don't see Miami going past the first round. I just think they've been a lot more inconsistent this year than years past. Tyler Hero still hurt. He's missed over 20-something games.
They're gonna have to rely on a lot of their young guys to step up.
Right.
I'm not sure that's a thing.
Yeah, and I know they say playoff Jimmy is coming, but I don't think playoff Jimmy is the playoff Jimmy that he was in the bubble and the year after. I think he's lost a little bit of the step because he misses a lot of games during the season too, because they try to save him for the playoffs too. So, East is kind of spotty, sketchy.
Yeah, I'm not too high on the Milwaukee Bucks, bro. And I say what I said, man. I wouldn't have traded away Holiday, man.
Nah,
I just
bro.
wouldn't have done that.
Nah.
I'm holding true to that.
Yeah.
I'll die on that hill.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
We'll see.
Because especially in the playoffs, man, you can make all the buckets you want, man. If you can't get a stop, and if they rely on Pat Beverly to do that, I like Pat. He's fiery.
The only Pat I like is my auntie Pat and Pat Grimble.
Pat Summit. Pat Summerall.
Patty Cake.
Hey.
Look.
Pat's all, folks. Show's over.
That part. Look.
Tough.
Big ups. Go Yankees. Go Braves.
Bro, they look good right now. They might win it all.
Go Dodgers. Yeah,
they got
900 games
They got to
left.
get Garrett Cole back, man, off the 60-day. They need Garrett Cole, bro.
We're going to need him.
Let's not do this.
Let the ball bounce, Sports Talk Radio. Please share us to all of the sports lovers. And if they're not sports lovers, share us anyway.
Share it anyway.
Follow Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk on YouTube, where I will be uploading today's show.
Man. Come on, y'all.
And more.
Subscribe.
Once I figure out how to do it. And and we love y'all, man. Your guy, Dre Bailey.
Man, Goose Thomas.
Bill Blockham Logan. And guess what, man? If you scared,
you better go to church. Yeah.